All right, everybody, we are live again, Dynasty Mirror Search for a Guru. And today's topic is Black men who suffer from the Black woman is Thanos syndrome. Now, you have Black men on YouTube. All they do every day, all day, breakfast to dinner, dusk to dawn, is complain about Black women. That's all they do. That's all they do is complain about Black women. That's all they do. The Black woman is Thanos. You know, this Black woman wouldn't go to prom with him when he was in high school 30 years ago. This Black woman wouldn't do this with him. This Black woman clowned his pro kids when he was in junior high. You know, all they do is just complain about Black women all day. That's all they do. Like, they have nothing else going for themselves in life except for they get up and they eat, sleep, shit, breathe. The Black woman is Thanos. It's come to the point now, like, look, you are a grown man. You're an adult. Okay? You got to take accountability for something. The Black woman is in no position. Brother, you got wind in the background. I don't know if your windows are down or, you know, the Black woman does not have that much power over you. Goodness. The Black woman does not have the infinity gauntlet. They can make you disappear with a snap of the finger. So why are you just complaining about Black women all day? I just don't understand. Like, what is wrong? Like, what's really the issue? What's the underlying issue? You don't have any kids by them. You're not married to them. You don't work for any. So what's the issue? Like what's the issue? What's wrong? Like, they have no control over you, but you want to pretend and act like every step you take when you wake up in the morning that the Black woman is hovering over you in her bed, over your bed with the infinity gauntlet, just ready to snap her fingers and your life is over. Why? I mean, do you have mommy issues that you need to address? Is this what this is about? Is this mommy issues? Like, some Black women have daddy issues. Do a lot of Black men have mommy issues? Because the main Black men that I see on YouTube, this is the irony, SubZero, that I'm gonna pass the mic to you. The irony is, the men who predominantly complain about Black women on YouTube don't have any kids with them, aren't married to them. Because even my friends who have issues with sisters, at least they have a legitimate beef. You know, they're going through child support court or, you know, the legal system. They have some issues. But they do not complain about Black women the way Black men who are absolutely have nothing vested in Black women, no kids, no relationship, not married. They do the most complaining. Go ahead, SubZero. Yeah, I don't understand. Go ahead.
I think you kind of characterize it perfectly. I think a lot of brothers tend to dwell on it. Like, it's one thing when the Black woman is directly affecting your life. It's another thing when every time you're running your mouth, the conversation sinks into. You could have a conversation with that brother about cutting grass. Some kind of way is gonna run up.
Woman, oh, she was tripping over the lawnmower. She was tripping over the lawnmower. Oh, it was the Black woman's fault. I couldn't cut the grass. She made it rain. And the grass was too wet, and I can't cut it. Ugh.
Yeah, because she has the infinity gauntlet, and she changed the reality and made it rain. She got the reality stone in the infinity gauntlet. You're right. So it's like, I don't know, man. Like, this is my thing. I'm gonna say this. This is a real truth that a lot of people somehow seem to want to deny, but it's just a fact. A lot of brothers that are bitching about black women aren't really their number one choice, and they bitch about it because they're not their number one choice. Now, this could be for a myriad of reasons, right? Some women do like thugs. I'll go ahead and say that. Some black women do like thugs. Some black women don't like thugs. I've dated a number of black women that don't like them, that don't like guys like that, because they're thinking, if I'm gonna date a guy, I want to date a guy that I can possibly have a child with, and we can actually legitimately have a family. And it's a lot of women like that out there. I know they don't exist supposedly, but they do, right? But one of the things I see that a lot of brothers fail to realize is the reason that a lot of guys aren't getting chose is because, quite frankly, and I know people don't want to hear this, they are lame. That does happen. Don't just act as though you're just the perfect guy. Like, what's his face? What's that guy name?
Who?
The wide receiver for the Giants with the gold hair. What's his name?
Went to LSU. Come on now. I'm gonna look it up. Go, keep going. I'm gonna look it up.
His name Odell Beckham. Odell Beckham Jr. Odell Beckham had a guy beat up, and this guy came out and said that Odell Beckham offered this real nice looking female from Arizona who flew in to California through LA. He offered her $1,000 to have sex with him. Now, Odell Beckham is not a bad looking guy, right? You're an NFL guy. You got all these endorsements. Why the fuck are you trying to pay a woman to have sex with you? You see what I'm saying? That tells me that you lack social skills. There is a lack of social skills. And a lot of times black men, and not just, black men, but a lot of men in general, there's a culture of men in general that feel like, I had a guy in my comment section say, I'm who I am. I don't have to change. These women are, they are who they are, and I don't have to change, and fuck them if they don't accept me for who I am. Well, you still can have the best version of yourself. I heard, what's his face? Les Brown say you have to become someone who you are not to get results that you've never seen before.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's just the gist of it. What's up? What's up, Ashley?
Is she still on? Ashley, you still on? Ashley. Her screen went black. So go ahead, SubZero.
No, you good. I'm actually, like I said, I just think, a lot of people don't think stuff through when they complain. I think some of the complaints are genuine, and I think some of them are just, people refusing to see why they don't get women. Because quite frankly, my whole life, I've always dated black women. I think black women love me and I love them. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I'm right here. Yeah. So that's the gist of it to me. I think it's a lot of shortcomings that they don't want to admit. But
if it's not that, they complain so much that you would think they would be paying child support. You would think they'd be paying alimony. You would think that they got a divorce and the black woman took everything. But again, these cats aren't even dating. I have nothing vested in black women, but they do the most complaining. Ashley, you there? Ashley. Okay. But yeah, I think that's just the irony behind it, SubZero. That's what I don't understand.
No, I agree 1,000%. I think that's the issue. I think that, and a lot of guys, I'm sorry, a woman can be whack, and so can a guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not just that the women are, because I've heard a guy say this, that it's not that, it's that black women have problems because if I can go date a white woman or an Asian woman, then it shows that the black woman has a problem. Ignoring culture, ignoring the fact that when you date outside of your race, 9 times out of 10, and there was a study that I just read on my YouTube video where they asked white women, and the white women said that black men would have to make literally $154,000 more than their white counterparts for them to be considered equal.
And that's usually the case.
Say it again?
That's usually the case.
That's what I'm saying. And then the Asian guy has to make $257,000 more. And the white guy and the Hispanic only has to make $70,000 more.
Mm-hmm. Is Ashley on? Ashley, are you there? Guys, make sure you get the likes up. Hit that like button as you come into the chat room, please. We will greatly appreciate it. Shout out to Akila Nunn, Tiffany. Shout out to you, Fosa, Amif Fidon for the super chat. Dusty Black, beta males equals whiny Enochs. Shout out to Mr. Grandor. The black woman is Thanos equals I have no balls. What do you think about that last statement, SubZero?
You said the black woman is Thanos, I have no what?
The black woman is Thanos equals I have no balls.
There's some truth to that. Now, I'm gonna say this. This is no way is a video where I'm just touting black women as the best thing since sliced bread, and black women have issues, and black women aren't. I mean, you did videos yesterday talking about that. Like, it's not. That's the thing. I think when you say this, they come back with, well, what about you? It's like you can't really just sit in your shit and have some shame about your shit and where you fuck up. You have to come back and say, well, they're having babies. They're dating thugs. They're doing like, okay, fine. We're not talking about that. We're talking about like yesterday. O'Shea had a hangout. I was on there and the guy made a point that the guy that died in Florida was a simp. This guy's a simp. See, let me tell you something. When you say that a guy's a simp trying to defend the mother of his child in front of his son, so you're going to let some guy come up and curse out the mother of your son, even if you don't give a fuck about her. You don't let this white guy cuss out your son's mother in front of your son, and you just go stand there because you don't want to be a simp. This shows you have a lack of critical thinking skills, and you probably don't need to breed with a woman because your DNA needs to die off with you because you're defective. Real talk. Like, if you think that was simping, any self-respecting man would have did that. Any self-respecting man would have did the exact same thing he did. I don't care. I don't want to hear that. But you got brothers in our community that's willing to call that simping. So you can't do shit. Men, I'm sorry, one of our main primal roles and the reason that you're stronger and faster than your woman is because we are supposed to protect. Right. That's one of the basic fundamental tenets of being a man. If you don't understand that, then you're not a man. I'm sorry, you just don't understand the principles of being a man. You get what I'm saying? Like, you got brothers that actually think that was legit to say, that he thought he was making a good point. He was simping by trying to protect her. Damn, that's where we are right now. And you wonder why. You wonder why a lot of women will fuck a thug? Because a thug doesn't have that problem. That's one problem he doesn't have. It's saying, you know what I'm saying? Now, he might have some other issues that I agree with on a lot of issues, but one of the problems that you will not have is that he's not going to protect you. That's not a problem or issue that we have, that thugs have. The people that have those issues are little weak, bitch-made dudes that think that that's simping. I'm sorry. I don't have no problem with it.
Hey, Ashley, is Ashley there? Is she cool? Ashley, you all right? You haven't been kidnapped, have you, Ashley? Did the black men who think the black woman is Thanos, did they get you, Ashley? You there? And I was gonna bring that up. Do you think these men are just suffering from, are just overly effeminate? Because the way they gossip about black women is like they gossip like women.
Yeah, I think you're right, brother. I think you're right on that first part. What were you saying on that last part? Because I'm actually letting the cable man in on some stuff. My cable been out, man. I don't know what happened to it.
Say that again?
I said my cable's been out since the thunderstorm Monday. There was a thunderstorm Monday, and it's been out since Monday. So that's why I was trying to let him in.
Okay.
Can you hear me now?
Okay, we hear you now, Ashley. You yeah. We could not hear you. We were worried. But you wanna go ahead and I know you've been hearing. Have you been listening to the conversation so far?
I just joined like 2 minutes ago. I literally just walked in the house. But yeah, so when I keep hearing these types of conversations, and I made a couple videos about this sort of thing over the last couple weeks, and I just find it absolutely amazing. Like, I mean, dang, I hear some of these conversations like, I'm not, like Sub said, it's not that we're saying that it's not women out here making bad decisions, or that there are guys out here that are genuinely good guys and genuinely have things to offer and have things to bring to the table, and they can't get anywhere with women. We're not discounting that. We're just saying that people need to be honest with themselves about who they are. It's a lot of people out here that are just simply not up to par, and they just do not want to understand that. I had somebody saying, I made a video this morning and was just like, a lot of these dudes that I feel like that date interracially, a lot of them, I don't think they're very masculine. They're not the type of, or their definition of masculine is not what I define as masculine. And some dude told me that masculinity, not masculine enough equals I like them thugs. I quote, I like them thugs. And I'm like, I don't date thugs. What are you talking about?
Right.
It's just a level of masculinity that some of our guys just do not have. Like, I'm not about to sit here and argue with you like you some chick.
Right.
But you want me to sit here and argue with you? You want me to do what? Like, you supposed to be a man. How are you supposed to be a man, but you want me to handle you like you a woman? You want me to talk to you like you a woman? I'm supposed to be able to, the thing, me and SubZero will be talking offline about this type of thing. And the thing that I have the issue is like I said, it's just like, okay, so you want me as a woman, I got to come out here and harp on women. You doing this wrong. You doing that wrong. You doing this wrong. When I know good and gosh darn well, they have valid complaints about men. I have some valid complaints about men. I don't come out here and say it and down men because it's pointless. It's a waste of my time. And because I know that one dude that's foolish that I'm dealing with does not reflect the entirety of black men. And men these days seem like they are wanting women to accept it.
Hello?
Yeah, I don't know what happened to her.
Okay. Ashley,
she's making some good points. She's making some good points.
My bad. No, my phone rang. I'm sorry. So either you want me to accept any and everything. So if you have a criminal record, you've been in and out of jail because now you 35, 40 years old, you decide to finally get your life together, I'm supposed to accept it. But if I messed around when I was 18 and had a baby, you can't take it. But if you was in and out of jail all the time, I'm supposed to be able to deal with it. I'm supposed to be willing to work with you. I'm supposed to be willing to do all this stuff. And if I'm not willing to work with you, if I'm not willing to just accept anything, now I'm the problem, not you.
I'm gonna say this. I believe that our justice system is unfair. I believe that a lot of us are wrongfully convicted.
I agree.
I believe that, and so I think there should be some reform. And I'm willing to give brothers the benefit of the doubt if you have been a felony, when you were young and stuff like that. I also understand vice versa that a woman may have dated the star quarterback, the star point guard on the basketball team, and when he got older, he just turned out to be a sorry, lazy dude that didn't want to take care of his kids, and she's stuck with a child. So I can see both sides of the coin. I think that's a healthy way of looking at it, because I can go and find women on YouTube making points about black men that I agree with. But to just sum up all of them, I've been cheated on, I've been lied to, I've been hit with women, they didn't hit me. I've been through all types of stuff. I have a healthy way of looking at it. You see what I'm saying? I don't just think that it's all of them. Now, when you see most brothers have bought into this idea that 80% of black women ain't shit, only about 20% of them are even good women. I've heard black women say the same thing about us. 80-20 applies to us as well, because, and I think they got a good point. But no, most of us, it's a bunch of us with degrees. Only 15% of them that even got an education. 17% actually. So, I mean, you know what I'm saying? When I say that doesn't make you a good guy because you got that. So when you say 20%, it's like that's about right. So it's 80-20 on both sides. I think everybody has flaws. And a lot of times in a relationship, it's your level of comfort in a relationship. One man's trash is another man's treasure. What you may call trash and ain't worth nothing, another guy marry or fall in love and love her dirty drawers. It's the same. It's just, I've seen it. I've seen people that I could not connect with. We would not click. She gets with another guy. They click like they thick as thieves. They love each other. They raise their family. They happy. You know what I'm saying? I know because I dated her. I'm like, she seems like she's pretty happy with this guy. I don't see how he deals with that. But some people bring out, and I'm gonna say this, I do believe this to be true. What one man brings out of a woman, another man may not. That's human nature. That's why I remember I used to watch the show I Love New York. And she used to say, every time she cut somebody, she said, "You're just not good enough." And I hated when she said that because I was like, it's not that he's not good enough. He's just not a good fit for you.
For you.
Doesn't mean that you're better or worse. It just means that when it comes to me, and we need to be more mature socially when we look at relationships. I've learned this through life experiences and dating different women, traveling, seeing different things. But if you just, around your block, or if you only just travel overseas and you think, okay, I've been overseas, they treat me this way, so fuck American women, they ain't shit. Like, okay, fine. I don't begrudge brothers for traveling because I myself have done it. So I'd be a hypocrite if I said that. But, and there are some things with American women that I agree. There are some issues. Now, I'm not going to 100% say it's not, but I just think that it's unhealthy when I see you say that all of and talk, and not only that, that's all you have to say. That's every time I see your mouth moving, it's probably about 90% of the time it's about black women. Because then it comes to a point where, well, shit, man, why don't you talk about if black women are fucked up? Let's throw that on the side. If black women are fucked up, what's your solution? How are we gonna get around that? What should we do? And if your solution is something that's not beneficial for the collective of black people a lot of times, then I'm like, well, bro, I don't believe in dating white women. I want to be an individual. Like, you could be an individual. I'm not an anti-individual person. I'm not. But I just think there are other solutions that you can come to besides just marrying white women. Because we see right now, the statistics, I just looked that up earlier. I know people disagree with it. You're actually more likely to, I know people can make numbers say what they say, but it seems like to me, you're more likely to get a divorce when you marry a white woman anyway. So, I mean, you're not dodging a bullet by marrying a white woman. I mean, I had friends that played at Auburn, man. You played at Georgia. I had homeboys at Auburn back when Jason Campbell was there. And I'm not talking about him, but I had friends that played there. And when they got finished, they was 28, 29, about to be out the league. Bro, let me tell you something. Them white women was treacherous like you wouldn't believe.
Oh, I already know. Hey,
Russell Wilson's wife was fucking the other dudes on the team.
SubZero. Let me take it a step further. So, I mean, and this is the thing. Like, when I was at Georgia, we was running through. And Ashley, please, I used to be half a coon, so don't judge me. We was running through these white chicks. Somebody on the football team will date them and marry them, and then she will leave him after it was over, as far as him retiring from the league, leaving the league, or anything, any reason, which is crazy. I never understood, and this is a little off topic. I never understood why, on a football team, why your teammate would date what we call the meat, or somebody else that was another teammate that was dating that same person. I just never understood that. But anyways, go ahead.
I mean, that's what happened with the quarterback. That's why a lot of those brothers in the locker room didn't like Russell Wilson. But the dudes was sleeping with his woman. Dudes are slimy like that. You know what I'm saying? And so I've been on the team. I know dudes don't care. They actually get a kick out of knowing that they slept with a man's woman. But this was a white chick. They, that wasn't supposed to happen. You see what I'm saying? Russell Wilson, why would you do Russell Wilson like that? Like, he's a good brother. This is the brother that you want your daughter to bring home. Look how she treated him. She was a shit. And you think this is just a anecdotal situation? This is not anecdotal. This happens all the time. When I see brothers with these white women, this shit happened all the time. One of my good friends called me and cried aloud like a child. You hear me?
Excuse me, Sub. Excuse me.
Go ahead.
I have something to say. So basically, you're saying that these black men will take white sloppy seconds, but they won't take sloppy seconds if it's a black woman. Okay, thanks. Thanks for the clarity.
In a heartbeat. I've witnessed it. In a heartbeat. No question. No question.
I mean, that's the thing. Like, I mean, he called me and cried like a child, man. He was like, man, he came home. She done took everything, took the baby. Just cold. Just this, she talking about she leaving him for another. Left a cold, heartless note. He didn't even know. Left this cold, heartless note. And this brother said he really tried. Now, he really just was out there. He said he slept around once or twice. She didn't know. I knew. But he was hurt because he had left all that alone. He was getting older. He was growing as a person. He's getting like, man, I'm gonna do this. He's telling me, we had just had a conversation about his family, what he's gonna do, and man, we gonna do this. And and my wife, this. He come home, she done left.
Right.
Whole turkey for men, and had already had another dude. See, white women are very treacherous. They'll sit there and wait on your ass for 7 years, knowing you fucking cheating, doing whatever, and all of a sudden, what'll happen is you come home. They just watch Snapped. Them women are something else, man. They not like black women. You gonna know day one she don't like you or she mad. You gonna know in seconds. I'd rather see it coming than your ass wake up, she done got a knife to your throat, slit your shit. And that's what a lot of them do. Now that's not to say that there aren't good ones and good white women. There's some good ones. I just ain't physically attracted to them, but they out there, you know. But when it comes down to it, what really rubs me just rubs me the wrong way is that, look, man, everybody has their own journey. Go through life, find your woman. She might be in Atlanta, she might be in Charlotte, she might be in New York, Chicago, Mississippi, wherever. But you, for one, have not dated every woman. Secondly, you as a man accept what you allow yourself to accept. So that's that. Now, when I had a brother say, well, it's extremely hard to find a quality woman, it depends. I mean, because a lot of times, the women that you want don't want your ass. So, and when I made that point on the video, brother was like, well, you seem to be, making ad hominem attacks. I'm like, it's not ad hominem. It's just a fact. If you look like Shrek, you're probably not going to be able to date the baddest. You're not going to be able to date Bria Miles.
But SubZero, I've seen Shreks catch the baddest.
Well, but when they do that, they have social skills. They have a lot of other things. They're not just lame, in the sense that they don't know how to talk to a woman. You're right. I know dudes that ain't the best looking. I had a homeboy that used to be overweight. He was over 300 pounds, kept a dime, but he was funny as hell. Like he was like a damn comedian. Women loved him. Not just women. Everywhere he went, people loved him. He's a hell of a salesman. He can sell anything. People love this dude. He comes in the room and brightens up the room. So what brothers do and what a lot of brothers that complain do is they'll say, well, that's him, that ain't me. I'm like, yeah, but you can actually adopt something from this individual and improve or enrich your own life to be a better person. That doesn't mean that you're not the same person. You just have a better version of yourself. You can actually become someone that you are not today and improve your circumstances. You don't have to be just stuck in this mold of being afraid to talk to women, or because half these brothers that's talking on YouTube and the internet, I guarantee you, if you follow them and you get off there, everybody looks better on the internet. Everybody looks and talks like they, a master player. But then when you follow them, you're like, well, shoot, I see why. Look at what you got on. Look at what you said to this girl when you walked up to her. She looking at you like you a damn stalker. Like, it just depends. It's a lot of shit that happens, man. So I was talking to this girl one time, and this guy saw her leaving the gym, right? So he saw her, he stared at her, right? So then she goes in the gym, she works out. He literally comes in the gym. She's been in there like 45 minutes. He comes in the door. She see him walk up. He walks, hey, how you doing? I'm so. So she's sitting there thinking, did this dude just sit out here for 45 minutes trying to get his courage up? She was scared. Like, is he crazy? Because, women don't think. They're like, if you want to talk to me, just walk up. I'm a human being. You didn't have to sit there. She's like, and so the way he was staring, he was talking to her, wasn't looking her in the face. He looking all at her hips and ass while he talking to her. She was like, I'm scared to talk to this guy. He might be a rapist or something. That's how women think. So, we might be like, oh man, he could have been her husband. Could have been. But it's a way, it's tact. It's a way you do shit. I used to fuck up. I still can fuck up. I'm not saying I'm the best guy. No, I could probably go ahead and fuck up and say something stupid. And in my mind, be like, no, that was stupid. I shouldn't have said that. But if you're not out there, challenging yourself to be a better version of yourself and stretching your boundaries to see what you're capable of, then you can't grow as a man. That's just me.
But Ashley, yes, you are correct. When it comes to sloppy seconds in regards to white women, there's no judging, there's no questioning, there's no nothing. It is what it is.
That's terrible.
Yeah, so that's. But I don't know when me and SubZero first hopped on. Usually, the black men who complain the most about black women have absolutely anything vested in black women. They're not married to any. They don't have any kids with them. Like, why is that?
That's why I keep trying to ask them, what is your gripe? If you don't want black women, what is your gripe? If you think white women is so much better, why are you sitting around spending so much of your time bitching and moaning about what some black woman is doing? You don't want her. You made it very clear, okay? I get it. You don't want me. That's fine. You don't want us. You don't want anybody that looks like me. Fine. Stop talking about me. Keep my name out your mouth. Keep people that look like me out your mouth. Stop talking about how black women are this and black women are that. How about I can talk? This is why I keep trying to tell these dudes, look, y'all giving these women all the fuel that they need. Because if you can say that, now you open the door for me to say this. Period. Mm-hmm. So don't stop getting mad. And what the problem that I think that the reason why we have so many issues is because we are so much of the same. Y'all know that we can give y'all the same crap that y'all can give us, and we dish it out the same and equally, and neither one of us can handle it. That's all this is boiling down to. Neither one of us can handle the freaking truth about each other. We all got issues, and don't nobody want to admit that they got issues.
Actually, let me ask you this: can you save the black community without saving the black family?
Of course not. There's no such thing as a black community without the black family.
Because a community is made of molecular. It's like a molecule. The molecule is made of atoms. The atom is the family. The man, woman, and child make up the nucleus, the neutron, and the electron of the family itself. That's the unit. Each particle cannot exist separate by itself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we need each other. I'm not saying it can't, but what I'm saying is we need each other. So that's just my mindset on this whole situation.
All right, shout out to brother LAR Movement who has hopped on. You want to add anything?
LAR, what it do, man?
Hey, we're all Thanos. What's going on, y'all?
Slow motion, man. Slow motion.
Hey, man, you caught me with the neurons and electrons. I ain't been in science class in a minute. Now, one thing
I like science, man. I love science, man. I'm actually studying some stuff now, but learning about some stuff. So
I ain't mad at you. I can say this for sure. I don't care if it's the men or the women when I say this. When you complain about the opposite sex, saying that you can go to the other race, a lot of those people are mad because the people from other races don't see them as good enough in the first place. So you taking your anger out on your own people because you thought you could hop the fence, but they don't want you. And, people getting butthurt about that. You're going to have to get it together regardless. You can't just come as you are to any old body and think you entitled to what you feel like is the best. Yes, sir.
Let me ask you this then. A lot of brothers will say, well, I don't get the drama that I get from a black woman. If I date a white woman, she accepts me for who I am, and I don't have to be all quirky and cool and thugged out. So what do you say to that?
Tim Duncan, how did that work out for him?
I get what they trying to say, but see, it leaves a doorway to say, because some guys say that even and they full of fuckery. So it's like this: if I go to somebody else, they gonna let me get away with murder, not knowing that a different race of women, they just gonna let you. They gonna stake you out for a long time and then crush you with the stuff that you did. They have no loyalty to you like that.
Well, not just that. I'm thinking it's one thing, like O'Shea said the other day, her family ain't gonna fuck with you. She been taught since she was a little girl that she was gonna get somebody within her race. If she Asian, white, Latino, they don't fuck with us. That's number one. Number two, to be honest with you, when you date out as a black man, you're looked at as edgy any goddamn way because they done told their children since they was little that you're a bad guy, you're a bad boy. So you don't have to come with all that shit that you would have to come with in a black community because we don't look at you as no bad boy just because you black, because we black. And we understand that there are differences. So a black woman, you would actually have to come with something different culturally. There are cultural differences. I think people need to accept that.
Like, I mean, I remember a particular NFL player whose wife kept getting abortions and she divorced him when he retired. And he found out and he was hurt. You know what I'm saying? It's like, but she never liked you, dog. She liked the money. You know what I'm saying? I know people who they've married out, and the people that they married to, the reason that their families accept them because they make money. But as far as being how can I say this? As far as the race part, they want your money. They don't care about you. They'll take the kids you produce because they'll raise them because, you know, we're looked at as a group of people.
Special Negro.
Right.
You're the special Negro when you and like you're they don't look at you like every other black person. No, that's how you feel. And you think and you get in your head that means that they like you. That means they accept me. No, they like what you're doing for their daughter. You're providing their daughter with something that nobody white was able to provide her with. That's why she divorced you behind as soon as you stop making money. And it's like, it is like maybe it's because I'm a black woman and I be getting all up in my feelings because I'm like, I'm not these women. And I hate that men always say some of these things and I'm not this chick. It's a lot of women out here that are not like these women and we don't get the time of day, period. Don't get the time. I just made a video. Y'all saw who talked to me. 20 minutes outside. One dude talked to me, some funny. Old grimy dude.
That was funny.
What am I supposed to do? Yeah. But apparently I'm doing nothing but choosing bad men and dating thugs. You know what I'm saying? Like that don't even make sense. How? If I'm not even getting approached, if women aren't even getting approached properly, how are they only dating bad dudes and thugs?
I can answer that. Because bad dudes and thugs are the guys that approach women. That will
approach you. Exactly.
So, you know, the guys who say sometimes these guys don't approach women in general and they get mad that somebody else does. You know, I could take it in a childish sense. If you go to a dance or a nightclub and you stare at the girl all night and somebody else dance with her, that ain't her fault. That's yours. If you wanted to holler, if you wanted to dance with her.
I used to be that guy. I would freeze. I was afraid because I got shut down a couple of times and it hurt my ego and I didn't like the way it felt. So I stopped doing it. And I sat there and I would lose out on beautiful women. Right. And I'd be like, that nigga whack, that nigga lame. He ain't smart as me. He ain't this. He had the balls I didn't. He got the girl I didn't.
Right.
That's the key. We don't want to face. But see, part of that is that's one of the biggest things about being a man is willing to face rejection. You got to be that. If you're not, then you're not gonna get any damn thing. Not just women. I mean, bank loans, jobs, opportunities, customers, business mergers, anything. It takes you have to be willing to fall. You have to. And you know, a lot of times when you're a nerd or you're quirky like that, what happens is you don't want to look stupid. Why? Because you probably culturally, even when you always in your books, you're always the guy that's smart. You always have all the answers. You never are exposed. Never. You're always right on everything you do. But when you walk up to that girl, she makes you feel insignificant because she doesn't give a damn. And she told you, I'm not interested, and you felt crushed. Or she did worse and embarrassed you and humiliated you, which women do that. A lot of times women do that because they don't have social skills. It's not you. A lot of times these girls are just, all they got is their looks. So you walk up to them and say, hey, how you doing? And she just walk off, you came to her like a grown ass damn man and said hello. She that damn stupid when she gonna walk off That's not a reflection of you being whack or lame. That's her being childish, immature, and not woman enough to say, hey, how are you? She don't know how you, and she did you a favor by walking off. Just because she got a fat ass and a pretty face don't mean she got social skills. Women don't know how to talk too. There's a lot of women out here don't know how to talk to dudes. All they do, they get over because they pretty. They get over because dudes want them, and they just pick who they want. But if you really settle down and look at it, she don't have no character. She doesn't have anything to say. A lot of times, all she want to talk about is dumb shit. So a lot of these females ain't hitting on shit either just because they pretty. You bitter about a woman that really would have drove you fucking crazy if you'd got with her. You know what I'm saying? Once you have sex with a woman a couple of times and get it out your system, now you like, ain't nothing to this damn woman. And I've had women like that where I thought it was all that. When I got with them, I was like, she really ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? When you really look at it, you're like, she wasn't shit. I sat there, put this chick on a pedestal. And when I got with her, she took her clothes off. She's not as good looking with her clothes off as she was with them on. She carries herself with an attitude. She doesn't know how to talk to people, you know, because she's pretty and everybody kisses her ass. And she doesn't have to develop, she doesn't have to know how to talk to people. So, you know.
Everybody, we have 227 people watching, only 97 likes. Let's get these likes up. Let's get these likes up. Shout out to Tina Thomas. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate you coming in, and shout out to everybody who's contributed to the Search for Who Ministries via Super Chat. We appreciate your donation. Thank you so much. A shout out to Saiba YA. I will be heading to Nigeria in 10 days. I'm looking forward to it. So,
where you going?
I'll leave August 5th.
Dang, man, I ain't never been to Nigeria, man. You should have told me. My dang so want to go. I've been to Uganda and Ethiopia, but I ain't never been to East West Africa.
I'll leave August 5th, man. I'm looking forward to it. Let me ask you this, brother. Now, the same brothers who are on this, the black woman is Thanos, and they will travel all the way to Brazil, Puerto Rico for non-black women, but won't consider black women in places like Haiti or Belize. Like, what are your thoughts on that? We'll start off with Ashley. Ashley, what are your thoughts on that?
So off mute. I think it's interesting. Honestly, I think it's interesting because it does seem like some of these dudes, like when they do that type of thing, they do go to the countries or specifically seek out women that they could find the darker skinned version, but they specifically only go for the lighter ones. And it's right. Kind of interesting. And it's like, and it makes more of the argument that you're really doing it because of self-hate issues and not because it's your preference. It makes that argument more seem like it's more valid. You see what I'm saying? Like, so, because a lot of people that like to do these sorts of things, they like to complain and like to say, oh, well, I'm doing it for this reason. But then, like I said, you go out there and you get like the bottom of the barrel, but you still put it on such a high pedestal. But it's like, no, I don't understand. I'm not getting it. I'm missing something. And like I said, you're going to these other countries and you're getting women, because I hear too much about those women are prostitutes and that they prostitutes, like they got pimps out there on the corner with them. And I'm like, so you're down there with women that there's been documentaries that I've seen stuff that like these women are out there and they're specifically looking for American men to have sex with for money. Like that's their sole purpose. And that's what you're going down there for? That's it?
Yeah, that's it. What about you, LAR?
No, and that's why it makes the relationship seem superficial and petty. Like it seems like it's just about sex, and just because they're willing to take whatever, it gives credence to the argument that some women have that the reason why black men interracially date or date non-black women is because the women the men themselves don't have to be anything. They can just be whatever and they'll take them. It brings credence to, oh, you like these women because they don't expect anything out of you. Like I said, when men say certain things, you give these women fuel and you give them talking points against you.
How you feel about that LAR movement? Then we'll go to you, SubZero.
I look at it with three things. Like, one, guys say, you know, outside of the U.S., femininity is more in these foreign cultures. So I give them that. I don't know yet. But the thing is, if you go into places for sex tourism, you're going for thoughts.
Right.
So no matter how you slice it, you can't complain about women here being thoughts when you're going abroad to get a thought.
Right.
And the third thing is, sometimes I don't care what country you go to. There are women from that country that are here in America, but they don't rock with you like that because of you might not, you know, when you compare yourself to the other men in America, you might not be hitting on what these other guys are. So if you want to get a Dominican chick and she's popping in the Dominican Republic, she might be in New York, but she don't want to talk to you. You might be in New York. So what's the big deal? You know what I'm saying? Same thing with a Haitian in Miami. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of this stuff seems to be like people want to take advantage of that sexual power dynamic and just not say that's what they're trying to do. So that's all.
Go ahead, SubZero.
I'm gonna say this, man. I think I'm a special case because I played ball in Brazil, Puerto Rico, Paraguay, Mexico City. I seen it all when it comes to that. I'm gonna tell you something. These women have what they call chapeadores in these Latin countries, which that's just a funny way of saying pimp. Now, it may be her boyfriend or husband. These dudes are so scandalous. They will actually meet you, tell you that that is their sister and that's their wife. And they will get her, he will beat her ass if she doesn't get you to give her an apartment. There was one dude, he found out. I knew one guy that found out that it was her husband because he showed up. So he snuck up. He snuck and saw him all hugged up on the couch, and he saw that they wasn't family. He's like, that's her husband. But he didn't tell her he was coming into the country. What happens is they'll sit there and do that. These girls are on a different level with the game, man. A lot of times, if you really want to see where you stand, go around the people that got money in that country and see how they act. If they're still trying to show you some attention, then, you know, it doesn't necessarily mean they still might be showing it to you because you're American, but at least, you know, you got a better chance. But a lot of times in the Dominican Republic, you go around the poor areas where people are sleeping on dirt floors and riding on the back of, you know, motorcycles and stuff. Those chicks will, it's nothing. You talking about $100 a night to have sex? They don't make that in a week. You know what I'm saying? It's like, for us, that's like making $800, $700 in a night. So he will literally physically whoop her ass if she don't go and get out there and get the hoeing. So when I hear people talk and say this stuff, oh, they're better in the DR, or they're better in Brazil. And look, the way you do it, just my personal opinion, if you want to do that, you can't be lazy. And a lot of us as black men, just like over here, a lot of these brothers, you're not nice looking. If you go to the foreign country, you get a woman, you still can. But the thing is that you got to look at, you got to stay there. You got to get a place. You got to learn the language, and you have to immerse yourself in the culture. You cannot be lazy and just go over there for 3 weeks and get a bunch of jump offs and think you're finna wife one of them up, because that's not how it works. And then why would you get a woman that's your wife and she got to stay in a foreign country while you still live in America? You get what I'm saying? That's not a marriage. How's she going to be a mother to your children? How are you going to be a father to your children?
You made a great point there. Actually, what about this whole, the attitude and, you know, the black woman is masculine and has an attitude and brags about her degrees. Like, what are your thoughts when these, you know, that's part of like the affinity gauntlet. You know, a black man who thinks the black woman is Thanos, his main complaints is she has an attitude. She thinks she's smart because she has degrees. She talks about being independent. Like, what are your thoughts on that?
Again, I don't know these women. Like, I swear I do. Are these conversations that women are having with men and men alone? Because I don't know women that go around talking like that. Yes, Isabel. I don't know women to go around bragging about their degrees. I don't give a damn about my degree. It's a piece of paper. It's nothing to brag about. I did it because that's what they told me I was supposed to do. It's nothing to brag about. Like, and as far as I'm concerned, look, if there's a bunch of, like I said before, if these are women and that you have so many complaints about, if she's doing that, stop dealing with her. The problem seems to be is that it seems like some of y'all are just that dang on hard pressed for some vagina that y'all will take anything, and once you decide, I'm sorry, my door is open and I live right next to a train. They once you decide that you don't want to just take anything from women anymore, now it's the reverse. Now we just supposed to take anything, or and now everything is a problem because you've decided that you don't want to accept it anymore. No, it doesn't work like that. Accept it. Just like you tell us to suck it up, you chose them, you chose her. If that's what she's doing and you chose her and you decided to keep dealing with her because you like the way that she looked, you like the sex or whatever the case may be, then deal with the consequences. That's the consequence. And don't take it out on everybody else because that's what you keep dealing with. It's a lot of, like I said, I don't know these women. It's enough Black women that's not like that. But it's too many that I know that are not like that. Like I said, I'm like one of the only people in my group with a gosh darn kid. So what are people talking about? So why is none of the women in my group married? We all decent women. None of us brag about our degrees that we got. Some of them with masters, they don't brag about them. They just got them. They work, they go to work, they come home, they do what they supposed to do, and that's it. And dudes act like she's lame, she's this, she's that. Or you look at her and think that she's gonna have an attitude, so you don't say nothing. You look at her and think that she's gonna be like that and don't say nothing. I get looked at 100 times a day, but ask me how many times a dude actually approach. None. Why? Because they think I got a boyfriend. They think I'm like this. They think I'm like that. You haven't talked to me. How do you know? That's the problem that a lot of men are having these days. You're not talking to women, but you're just assuming you know how women are. I'm done.
Oh snap! Okay.
Well, what happened? What happened? What happened?
Oh, nothing.
I had to go get my son a spoon
I've heard this.
for his
I
tantrum.
heard babies in the background.
I gotta get him a spoon for his tantrum. My son, he stays trolling me during my chats.
I know, right? That's why I don't do it when my daughter's around. I'm like, nope, you gonna come in here and I don't have time.
Shout out to Lucretia Smith. Thank you for your donation to the Search for Who Ministries. Asa Nadup. Nadup, I got you a Nigerian fufu sandwich, fufu jollof sandwich. I will bring it back with me for you, sister. I got you, Nadup. I'm gonna take care of you. I got you. What do you think about that LAR movement? Question I posed to Sister Ashley.
I think some of us don't want to admit we're attracted to dysfunction.
I agree with that.
Yeah, so some of us don't, if we see you as functional from a distance, I don't want to talk to you. Because I mean, have I seen the women with the attitude? Absolutely. And, getting older, I started to see the men who are with the women with attitudes and they like it. And I'm like, I can't get why you complaining about her attitude when you think her attitude turns you on. You know what I'm saying? That's a problem. So at the end of the day, it seems like a person who's got it together will never be cute enough. And a person who's screwed up has some sexy quality about them because they screwed up. So I think those two communities are never going to actually date. And you got to take the good with the good. You got to take the bad with the bad. If you like bad boys, you got to take that. If you like bad girls, you got to take that. You can't back out of it when you get caught up in something, and I think that's one of the issues with our community. That's why she's Thanos, is because, you picked the knowing that she has some trifling ways, but because it was a turn on. You figure she had that fire snapper because she's crazy. So she got to have something to keep. But at the same time, you chose that. It was fun for you. Same. Where's reverse? You know, like I used to laugh at girls who used to like biker boys, but I'd be like, no, when you fall off that bike, don't blame him. It's cute to pop willies until you fall off that bike. So, you know, as adults, we got to start being honest with ourselves. Forget the other people first. Be honest with yourself. If you like trifling, just say you like trifling. You muted, bro.
Yeah, what's up?
My bad. Go ahead, SubZero. My bad. Go ahead.
What was the question?
We were just speaking on what was the question, Ashley? I forgot the question. Thinking about Jalo Fufu.
About these men going to Brazil.
Yeah, about we talked about that, but also too
Attitude.
now
Attitude.
the attitude.
The attitude.
Yeah, the attitude.
The attitude. Like I said, the attitude stuff. I think a lot of it is a lot. Like I said, a lot. I honestly believe that a lot of us have issues with perception. Like seriously. I really do, because I've had too many conversations with people. Well, I'm like, this is what happened. You know, no feelings involved, no nothing involved. This is what happened. No, it's not. It's this, it's that, it's that, it's that. No, it's this, it's that. No. This is what happened. No, it's not. Yes, it is. People got some jacked up perceptions of how they think situations unraveled. And they're carrying that forever. And you're carrying that and applying it to everything and everybody because of a perception that you have that might be incorrect.
I didn't think about this until just now. Some of us don't realize that all of the drama, some of us grew up watching it, so that's what we think is normal. Mm-hmm. And when we grow out of the drama, then it's like, you know, it's an issue. And some of us are like 1 foot in and 1 foot out. You know, our parents yelled at us, so we think, you know, we seen them yell and talk crazy to each other. So we think that's what a relationship is. You know, we got family members who kind of stab their significant other in the back, but we still in love, we still together. So you think as an adult, you gonna go do it. You know, so you know now we got those situations where some of us are growing up, and some of us don't want to deal with the karma, so we acting brand new. So I'm done.
You got something to add, SubZero? SubZero, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, I'm saying you got something to add?
No, man, you got it. I might be a little busy. Go ahead.
Okay, I hear baby in the background too. So, Ashley, do you think a lot of these men suffer from mommy issues?
Probably. I'm gonna be honest, probably, because like I heard somebody say this once, and they were absolutely right. Think about this. There's a lot of people out there. Like I feel like you can't raise kids on your own. I feel like there's no way in hell if I had a boy, I would be able to raise that boy into a man by myself. There's no way, absolutely no way. But we have dudes out here that say, well, women can raise boys into men. I turned out fine. And it's like, you out here with skinny jeans with your ankles out, you acting extra feminine, you're gay, or you're this, like you're not, something ain't right about you. And everybody can see it but you. And nobody's to blame. Your mama can do no wrong. Everything was wrong with your daddy, but your mama could do no wrong. Your mama was out here hoeing. Maybe she had sex with somebody in the bed with you right next to you, but she can do no wrong. Women can do no wrong. Women have taught their sons that they can do no wrong. I'm not the bad one. These men are. I'm not the bad one. I'm the one still here. That man is, because he's not here. I'm here. That's enough. And people have adapted that mentality that if I'm here, then that should be enough. That should be good enough for you. I'm here. And that's not good enough. It never will be. It's never going to be good enough for somebody. And you've adapted your mom's mentality that you should just become as you are into whatever, and you shouldn't have to change anything about yourself. That's like men these days, a lot of the guys these days, I look at them and like, y'all are acting like women. I can't take it. What do you want from me? You acting worse than me, and I'm a woman. I feel like I got more balls, and that's ridiculous. Of course, I would never say that to a dude because that's disrespectful as hell. Ladies, hint, hint, wink, wink. It's disrespectful to say that, even if you feel like that. It's disrespectful. Don't tell them that.
I mean, but should women tell them that?
It's unfortunate because it's getting to the point where you damn they have to. But they not. But the environment that we're in, men are not going to take it because they're just not going to take it because they're listening to whoever tell them that the black woman is Thanos.
Right.
Instead of maybe I need to do something about myself. Like I said, how is it that women are supposed to do all this self-reflecting and supposed to change so much about themselves in order to be okay and copacetic with black men, but black men don't have to do anything to get on the right page with black women on no front? You just got to show up and that should just be enough. Because that's what it sounds like sometimes.
You want to touch on that LAR movement?
I hope I don't go too far off track when I say what I'm about to say.
Take your time. Take your time. Go ahead.
Could it be that the black mother is Thanos and you scared to address your mama? Or the black father was Thanos and you scared to address your father? So what you do is you address the opposite sex. Because a lot of this anger does usually come from mommy issues and daddy issues. And a lot of the times when you're dealing with somebody who has mommy issues or daddy issues, they're still cool with their parent, but they'll give you a hard time. So what winds up happening is, since I can't really destroy my mother, I'm gonna destroy you. Mm-hmm. Since I can't really destroy my father, I'm gonna destroy you. So now we got a generation of people, you know, and I've seen this all the time because even when I go out, I see guys who are a little too feminine. I'll be like, I don't get how did you get there? Because I grew up in a single mother environment and in a single mother household, but it was never cool to walk like a girl, to have girlish mannerisms. It was never cool to worry about female type things. And I see the flip side with some ladies I know. They want to be dudes and they want to be hard until they roll up on the wrong guy who doesn't play that, and then they want to be women again. So I think at the end of the day, if you want to reverse roles, then, you know, turn into the 80s again and start dressing like Boy George and Prince and Grace Jones and say that's what it is. And say it's because you hate your parents. But don't put it out there that you know that the opposite sex is the problem when normally when it actually might be your family was the problem. So that's my 2 cents on that one.
You want to add to that, SubZero?
Yeah, I agree 1,000% with LAR. I think that you know, clearly you have issues if it consumes your life, even if you are right. Like if what you're saying is right and there's validity to what you're saying, if it consumes your life and that's all you talk about on YouTube, then it's probably it's unhealthy and you probably have some mental issues that you really unwilling. And, you know, people deny it and say, no, I don't, and different stuff like that. But when it's all said and done, if that's all you talk about, if that consumes you, that's why I like Mr. Research, because a lot of his videos, he addresses that. He says, you know what, I'm doing this. I'm not sitting around talking about black women. I'm not doing this. I'm talking this. I'm doing this. I'm not talking about black women. I just think it's unhealthy. that you talk about it so much. Give brothers opportunities. Say, hey, brother, we can go here, we can go there. You know, talk about how to make money, how to do something. But just to sit and consume yourself with, you know, this constant babble about black women and this and that. And well, the reason the community is where it is because the black woman is this, that, and she took this program in the 60s, and that, and, you know, and that's some truth to that. I'm not saying there's not, but I look at a black man or black men as the manager of a store. Like, if your employees don't do what they're supposed to do, you are the manager of the store. So by default, you have to take responsibility for it, not blame. And that's where I think they spend most of their time talking about who messed up the community. It's not about that. It's about who's going to accept responsibility. If I'm a new store manager, I'm still going to take responsibility for that store, even though I didn't mess up the numbers last quarter. Somebody else did. But I'm here now, so I'm going to accept responsibility and try to change and fix what I see going on in the situation. That's what men do. We come with answers, we come with solutions. And if you're not a solutions-oriented black man, then you're not going to flourish in the 21st century. You get what I'm saying? That's just the way it is.
My bad.
Don is your son better than my daughter. My daughter would be trying to be all up in the camera too.
He's already. Master, you want to come say hello, Master? Okay. You don't want to say hello. So, okay. Now, usually he's already all up in the camera. You know, I just put it on mute, and you know, sometimes he is. He's being a nice troll today. Ain't that right, Master? Ain't that right, Master?
Yeah, my daughter probably be up here. She probably don't realize I'm on the phone.
All right, so Ashley, how do we move forward? Like, what these brothers
healing
that have gripes with black women, all they do is gossip about black women all day. Like, how do we move forward? Like, what is there like a round table? Like, how does this work?
See, unfortunately, the thing about a lot of this stuff is people make money off of it. People get some sort of benefit from it because, you know, maybe they're getting a little bit of attention they don't normally get. People are innately feeling like they're getting something out of this.
Hey, so, I'm out, man. I'm out. But y'all enjoy. I enjoyed it, man. Y'all have a good night.
All right, SubZero. We're about to close out SubZero.
Yeah.
All right, brother. But go ahead, Ashley.
I think a lot of people, you know, I forgot what I said. I thought I lost my train of thought. Hold on. A lot of kids outside. I'm grilling. My bad. I think that people like we've been saying all night, people need to start being honest with themselves. Like because we have to move forward at some point. You know, I understand that you get a little bit of attention. I understand you get a little bit of praise. Yeah. You right, bro. You right. That's cool. But look, essentially you're contributing more and more to the divide more than you're contributing to anything else. And that's what I was talking about yesterday. Look, at the end of the day, I don't care. It's just that you contribute to the divide when you constantly bitch and moan about what black women are doing. Just like black women, you do nothing but contribute to the problem when you do nothing but bitch and moan about black men. Work on yourself, because I keep saying to myself, there's no way. This is why I have problems with us as a group. There's no way that all these men, there's no way that all these women are wrong when they say that men are not out here being men. And ladies, there's no way that all these men are wrong when they say that women are not out there being women. So as people, as individuals, as people, we need to start taking that personal inventory. What am I doing? What is it about me? Because ultimately, the common denominator is going to always be you in whatever situation you're in. So you're going to always have to be able to take some type of accountability or responsibility for whatever situation you're in. You have to. So at this point, we both just need to get over it. Because I feel like, look, if a woman was willing to accept a check, a man was willing to walk away. It's a revolving door at this point. Who cares? It happened. Now somebody got to get over it. I'm over it. You need to get over it. We got to get over it. I feel like it's been a long enough time. We should be over it. We didn't do this. My generation of women didn't do this. Why are you mad at me? Be mad at your mama. She probably benefited a lot more than I did. So be mad at your mama. Be mad at your grandma. You know what I'm saying? Don't be mad at everybody else because somebody 30, 40 years ago decided to do something and you don't like the way it turned out. Well, somebody else decided, like, it's going to always happen. Now what? You're going to be able to find something to bitch and moan about years from now about stuff that's happening today. So now what? So we just have to stay still because we don't want to come to the conclusion that we all out here messed up and doing stuff that we don't need to be doing. Like, come on. I think they just need to get over it. Go talk to whoever you got to talk to. I don't know. Do something. Get it out. Get your gripe out. Express yourself and be done with it. You gotta start somewhere. Because we gotta start forgiving and healing because this is just ridiculous. And I'm done.
Thanos, you muted again, fam.
My fault. Sorry about that. LAR, you want to go ahead and give your take on that, and then we'll close out. We'll go back around, and everyone can share their contact information and how they can reach you and subscribe to your channel. But go ahead, LAR.
Solutions are very simple for both sides. You know, you going through a love drought or a sex drought. So if you just want love, you're gonna have to better yourself to be able to attract the type of people and be able to have the confidence to approach the type of people you actually want to be in love with, if that's what it is. If you having a sex drought, then you're gonna have to better yourself to be the type of person that would be attractive to the type of person you want, so you can have sex with them. Because that's basically what it's boiling down to at the end of the day. And because all these people, even if you get out there and you complain every day and you say these people ain't nothing, last time I checked, everybody that's black is on Instagram and Facebook looking at women and men all day long, liking pictures, hitting people up in the DM. So you don't really hate the opposite sex that bad because you're trying to holler at them, whether they're online, and that may be the problem because we're hollering at so many people online. We're not hollering at people in real life. You know, that might be a problem. So, you know, the solution is basically get your weight up so you can actually talk to a person and get out of this little drought you got. Because all the people that's doing this, I bet you if they get laid one night, they're going to stop. I bet you if they get a couple hugs and kisses, they're going to stop. So it is what it is. I'm good with it.
All right, perfect. Shout out to Lola Love Anu. Thank you for the super chat. Also, Lucretia Smith, thank you for the super chat again. And then there was another brother, Young J216. Shout out to the panel and Ashley, the only logical female I listen to on YouTube. So with that being said, Ashley, please share with everybody your contact information and how they can contact you and subscribe to your channel.
I am the Ashley W on YouTube. All my information is on there somewhere. If you want to talk to me and get to me more personally, you can email me at Ashley. What is my email address? awells3296@gmail.com.
Yeah.
I have like a bunch of emails. Excuse me. But yeah, that's how you get in contact with me. And you know, I'm here.
And what about you, LAR Movement?
LAR Movement, aka today the Thanos of love.
Thanos of love. There we go.
Yeah. Just find me on my channel, man. We just chilling out here.
All right, perfect. Well, everyone, thank you so much for joining us. Everyone that super chatted, thank you so much for super chatting. Make sure you go to search for Uhuru on Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, and Facebook. Also, Africa Personified on those same platforms. Make sure you go to dynastymirror.com, amazon.com, search your name Dynasty Mirror. Please buy a book. Also, go to africapersonified.africa. Again, everybody, thank you so much. Until next time, peace.
Peace.